Hello boys and girls, welcome to a nice little Dwarf Fortress update. After about 2 or 3 unsuccessful embarks when we've got beat up by hordes of zombies, or everybody turned into a were-dwarf, like were-lemur or whatever problems we had, we finally have an embark which we could hold for 3 years now in a rather young world of 125 years history. Now it's 128. The fortress name is Gladehames, has 136 dwarves now, and sort of a decent military. If you look at our military screen, we have a squad of marks dwarves. 3 of them, maybe 4 of them are quite usable. A squad of melee dwarves with 4 really good melee dwarves, and 3 squads of training. We need now to restock because we've been ambushed by goblins. And the goblins allied with elves. Elves visited us last year and warned us that if we cut 1 more tree down, they will attack us, and of course I cut it down and elves attacked us together with the goblins. But we were not unprepared. What we did was dig here a little trench of, I don't know, 9 tiles wide, several levels actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 levels deep so far. It will be deeper, and above that 1 long bridge composed of 4 individual bridges, retractable bridges that is. Of course the idea was, because we always saw enemies coming from the north, that enemies would come from the north again, and the only good access to our fortress would be over the bridge. And over the bridge they went, as you can see their dead bodies here. Elves and goblins. It was a elf recruit squad led by an elven bowman, and a goblin squad led by a goblin crossbowman, I believe. Yeah, we're advancing these bridges, but our dwarves were too lazy to pull the levers on these bridges, so these bridges never retracted below these units. Never ever did they fall down and hurt themselves. Well, they sort of did. I built a nice little watchtower here. It's currently 4 levels high. Placed my marks dwarves here at the top. Placed my melee dwarves to station down here, and a fight evolved where marks dwarves were jumping off the tower into the brawl here, where a few fast advancing units of their squad reached our melee dwarves, and there was really nice battle here to watch. Slight problem was there when the goblin and elf marksmen started shooting at us. My dwarves are good at dodging, and had the idea to dodge a couple of arrows on the bridge while fighting on the bridge. So it often happens that a dwarf was stood here where the dog is standing, arrow was coming, the dwarf dodged the arrow but jumped off the bridge basically and fell and hurt himself. This one, my best marks dwarf, broke his spine and bled to death. Another, I think it was a hammer dwarf or mace dwarf, I can't really tell. He's now in civilian one. The same thing, he broke something and can't move really. But some of them, like my spear dwarf, fought really well. I believe it would be my spear dwarf. It was an excellent fight. We could deal with about 35, maybe 40 invaders. Many of them fled, like 10, 12 of them fled in the end. but we could kill many of them. Our war dogs, so well trained war dogs, never went into the fight. I don't know why I still keep them. I should slaughter them and eat them. They are useless. I don't know how to make war dogs charge into the fight. We will improve this. I will not want retractable bridges here. I will make bridges which react to a pressure plate. The pressure plates will be placed here on this last pillar, so that if one unit of the enemies advances far enough into the bridge, steps on these pressure plates, inevitably, the three bridges behind it will retract. The idea being that by the time that 1 or 2 units have reached the pressure plates, most of the rest of the enemy squads will be on these bridges, and the bridges should then retract immediately and fall down. I will dig this also deeper and place some spikes or spears, upright spears, where they would be impaled on. So that's the trap. We can have a look at it in Stone Sands. This is what it looks like. These are the bridges. Enemies come from here. This is the north side. They come from here over the bridge. This is where the pressure plates would be placed. Retract these 3 bridges. Enemies fall down on upright spears. The tower, the tower currently looks just like this. I will build fortifications here for Marksdwarf to stand really at the fortifications and shoot down, because then I won't have the problem that Marksdwarfs would jump down off the tower into the brawl. Yeah. So this is our entrance for the military. This is my barracks, my dog pens, my archery range, some old project for a bigger archery range which I will never use. Below that we have an entry for the traders depot. There is also a rising bridge. The wagons go inside, reach the traders depot. This is where my bedrooms start. Farms and stuff. Yeah, more farms with yaks, mules, alpacas, rudimentary clothes industry, some food stockpiles, some horses, buffaloes, wild beasts which we have tamed. We have tamed wild boars and badgers, some owls, eagles, stuff like that. We have tamed them. Yes, and lower below should be my, well, you know my bedrooms, how they look like. Lower below should be a dining room. There's still a couple of things missing. I will have some statues here and another table here. Above it is some food stockpile with mayor's or baron's rooms now, and mayor here. Even further below we have a hospital, a working hospital. It took about 2 years to set it up. This is the first cavern layer, but this is also the start where we started doing the hospital. This is a flooded part. This is our hospital. The yellow cubes are traction benches. They cannot be properly displayed in Stone Sands yet, but with a nice well. The well has about 7, maybe 6 deep water cistern, and yeah, that's about it, how deep my fortress goes. Of course I have found the magma, the great magma sea, but there is nothing in between the hospital and the magma sea. we have our first 2 smelters and first 2 metal forges. On our map we haven't found iron ores yet, we have only copper and native silver, I believe. Like copper in form of tetrahedrite and silver in native silver form. But we have flux-stone, so whenever we get an iron item off the dead enemies, we can melt it and make steel, or import steel, or import iron ores. So that is not entirely bad. So my metal industry just started. I started making armor for my military. Yeah. So this fortress is definitely worth continuing. I will play right now, put up a stream. I hope to restock my military. We will need to extend our refuse stockpile because it's getting full. Things are rotting in our stockpiles. We'll need to take care of these dead bodies, atom smash them. I have an atom smasher here. Oh, I think I extended the refuse stockpile already here. I don't know whether it will be enough, but we'll see about it. Eventually we will of course need to build a stockpile silo or something, some multi store building which would be covered, where we could dump dead bodies and refuse through a floor hatch, because it often happens when dwarves are hauling dead bodies to the atom smasher or to the refuse stockpile that get scared by the rotting dead bodies lying there, especially if it's sentient creatures rotting there, and it will become quite more frequent. So we need to take care of that they don't look at it, don't see it. They're quite squeamish. So that's the plan. Of course, deepen our defense trench here, rework the bridges to react on pressure plates. We should be done with that before the next siege comes. You can see 2 walled-in dwarves here. There was an accident where a were-beast, I don't know what it was, were-lemur or something, were-goat, I believe it was this time. Or were-goat, maybe were-goats were the bane of the other fortress. Maybe this is the were-lemurs. Yeah, whatever, there is too much stockpile spam in order to find, but I think it's were-lemurs. These dwarves turn into were-lemurs and are a threat to our fortress. But we took care of it, we killed the were-lemur. We haven't seen any were-creatures yet. So, I will update you about this fortress, about the destiny of this fortress as we go on after a stream. So I hope you will enjoy the stream or enjoy the next update. See you next time. Thanks for watching.